One of the areas that we're going to need to be repairing today is this bow in the wall going up on the two-story foyer staircase. That's caused by the weight of the house itself just kind of pushing down the drywall, and where two drywall boards meet together, they kind of bow out there. So I'm going to show you how we go about fixing that. So I've gone over and ran my drywall knife across the bead there. That kind of accentuates with the darker mark here, the high point in the middle where the two boards have met. So our first step is going to be to dig out that high spot if possible, kind of knock that down, and then we'll build that back out to level it out some. Now that I've gone through and gouged out the high point of the buckle there, the bow, did leave a bit of a gap in there, so I'm using our drywall mud here to fill that gap in and begin the leveling out process. Use the mud knife, you want to push in and make sure that the entire gap is getting filled there. Smoothing it out. Not putting it on real heavy right now, so we're just looking to fill that gap in. And we'll come back with some subsequent coats here to get it leveled out and build it out. Now that we've got the deeper gouge filled in with our first coat of mud, we'll put on another coat, and from there float it out from the top and the bottom. Floating just means building up from the high point and tapering off the edge of it so that the bump is not quite as visible, less noticeable to the eye. Put on our coats on the top and above and below where the high point is. And that'll allow us to shape the mud that I'm putting on now into something that's not quite as noticeable as a big lump in the middle of the wall. And so I'll let this coat dry down. We'll get a little sanding on it and see how it looks, and if it needs another coat, we'll do another coat, but it might be good with that. Now that our repair is dried down, we'll come in and start sanding it out. I like to use a combination of a large flat pad that helps with a large surface area like this go a little bit quicker, and then I'll use a sanding sponge to finalize it and make sure it's all good and smooth. Now that the sanding's done, I'll come in and put a first coat of paint on there so we can get that dried down and see how the repair looks. The repair behind me has been two coated with paint now, and the wall's cut in and finished, and no more bow in the wall. You can't see the lump at all. Our repair kind of blended in very nicely, so I'm really happy with this one. Might be a little difficult to see in the video, but I assure you it is gone.